Hey there, sign of Leo. This is Kim. I've been up since 3 a.m. today, and it's now 5 a.m. I have no idea why I'm up this early. What's weird is I had a dream. I woke up and felt completely rested, like I had had 10 hours of sleep. I don't know, 8 to 10 or something, but in reality, probably only have like 4 or 5. That's still pretty good though, 4 or 5 hours. Alright, so we're going to see why. Why am I up this early for Leos? Why am I up this early for Leos? What do we have? The moon. Maybe because of the moon or the second moon. The what is orbiting us at this time. Changes, mystery, the moon, divine feminine. So it's about subtle energies, but they might not be so subtle right now. We have this influence. Oh, wow. It looks like another moon, doesn't it? It's the silver card, but it looks like another moon. This card always looks like another moon to me. Luxury, coming out of a cloud. Oh, there's some type of confusion you're coming out of. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah, there's something. Okay, the sun is coming out. This is your own energy. The sun is coming out. It's clearing up the fog. Pretty soon you'll be merging with the conjunction card divinely with what is meant to be for your future, for your next beautiful human experience. All right, those are the cards so far. Silver can mean that it's crazy because there's 2, right? Because there's 2, and so there's this asteroid. It is circling. It is making a trip circling the moon. I think it's circling the Earth like a moon, like another satellite, basically. And so they're calling it the second moon until sometime in November. It's significant here, guys, with the message of something to be that will clear up the fog. The sun card also. Wow. 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 Dragon's Horde, protecting the future. Oh, I'm just immediately picking up divine forces intervening. Divine forces intervening at this time. They have to, because there's some things that are some things that have to change, like changes. Changes. Protecting the future. Okay, and so something about that energy coming in, helping to protect the future. 1 sun, 2 moon. Jeez. Stars in the sky, limitless possibilities. Let's get one for the fog clearing up. The stars in the sky looks like a person that's in the middle of something, right? On the bridge, sitting in the middle with a translucent, almost like crystalline body. And the hands are in a certain mudra, pulling and giving and receiving. Mainly receiving right now with this 2 moon energy. Wow. Yes. Oh, wow. And that's even more significant because I have basically when we have a crunch on our resources, this card showing up like that makes sense that we're coming out of a situation where we had to be it's still being resourceful, but something that taught us to be resourceful, something that taught us that we had to hang on, for whatever reason. That energy is kind of leaving, and this one's coming in instead. Overflow, overwhelm, and plenty. And the collective read that I just did, that I released last night, had a lot to do with the word overwhelm, but it was meaning like in a good way. Overwhelm in a good way. Overwhelm in a good way. Overflow, overwhelm, and plenty, coming out of a time of, coming out of a time of lack or feeling of lack of any kind. Let's get some of these beautiful cards. This one was the Shaman's Dream, and then this was Kim Cran's Wild Unknown Alchemy deck, and then this deck right here is the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle. Well, all right. 43, 12, and 51. Oh, wow, yeah, you really need to check out, well, only if you want to. The collective reading is about spiritual gifts. Wow, and it was about intuition. It's about spiritual gifts, intuition, something changing with that. It was also about those chakras 8 through 10 being activated more, so stronger connection with higher frequencies, which you have a higher self, right? So more access to higher frequencies would be increasing your connection with yourself and your own magic, really, because you're this wonderful spirit in a body, and there's so much more that we can do when we have more access to higher frequencies of the spiritual realm. So I have 6 with intuition. And let me get a little sip of coffee here. You are learning to embrace and trust your inner knowing. Oh, okay. So I think they're even comparing, in a sense, here silver to your intuition. So when it gets tarnished, or we can become overwhelmed with anxieties, lack, karmic cycles, like when we become overwhelmed with all of that, not to mention the subconscious and repression from other lifetimes, but not to just mention that. But so this is about dusting off, or polishing, I should say, the silver so that it shines. It will shine. There's things that need to be removed. This energy is helping do that, and it's increasing. What I got yesterday in the reading was that whatever this thing is that's decided, it's gotten caught in Earth's orbit, basically. But I mean, come on, it's a little strange because we're around a lot of stuff all the time, and it's just a little strange to me in a good way. Not something that's out of this world couldn't happen, but the fact that it's happening right now, and what's been popping up in my readings, because I do feel like this connection with like the angelic realm is pretty strong at this time. And so there are spiritual gifts. You are in the process of developing and fine-tuning your spiritual gifts. Yeah, you're in the process of polishing it off so that it shines in this lifetime. You're coming out of the fog when it comes to things like, how do I create the abundance for myself? There were a lot of things that probably weren't even your fault that were getting in the way of that, in regards to karma, passed on things that we are slowly releasing. The higher that our self-love and our self-care is, like, the easier those things get detached and off of us. Because you're inserting love, okay? When you do that self-care, you're getting the energy of love, and you're increasing it in yourself, in your body, and everything that's given love must change, grow. Must change and grow. So that's really interesting with that. You are in transition. You are on this bridge, in a sense. And you're about to come out of a fog when it comes to how can I get what I really want in this lifetime? How can I enjoy things? How can I have plenty? How can I be happy and know that everyone else here too in the horde has plenty also? Oh, look, and I have universal flow. That's perfect with the water, right? I love it. Overflow, universal flow, okay? Okay. Overflow, universal flow. It's like, so, it's going to be so obvious to you. This is why I like using cards, because a part of me knows I could probably sit down here and tell you everything that I'm thinking, feeling, and it would probably channel pretty closely, right? But when I have things that point out that this is definitely the meaning in this and what is to be revealed, it gives me a boost of confidence, and it's the way I like to do it. So there's nothing wrong with using cards. Nothing wrong with using cards. Nothing wrong if that's your staple. It's my staple. I use it because I'm one of those people, actually, as a Leo sun, I'm a Leo rising, I'm a Leo North Node. I like to see evidence and proof of things, and I'm actually a really big skeptic, believe it or not. I'm very skeptical. But I can tell you, oh, we gotta get the moon cards for this one, don't we? Yeah, that'll be interesting. Hang on. I can tell you that it only increased my spirituality to be skeptical, to decide that, Descartes, you might be right. I might need to drop every single thing that I believe in and try to figure something out for myself. And I've been doing that since 1998 with the philosophy and stuff like that, and it's taken since then, hasn't it, to actually feel like I'm not a skeptic of what I do. Would have been in the past, would have not had enough trust in myself to even do this. So, and that didn't start until like 2017. So this is my 7-year cycle. I don't know if you all feel like that. 7 days of creation, 7-year cycles in our life, coming to an end or coming to a head, whichever. They're going to be better, though, the next 7, I feel like. You know, they even say that, I think it's the Talmud, of the earth, the parallel between the earth taking cycles of, like the days of creation, 6 years, and then 6,000, years going strong, and then that last 1,000 being a rest. But this is like, this is something different this time, I think. All right, yeah, magical working, so winning, success, goodness, joy is the theme. Rune number 8, which is about achievements, and it's also about prosperity, right? It says Wunjo, so the Wunjo is the rune that's pictured here. And it says joy, attunement, coexist. Wouldn't that be lovely? Peace, winning, success, laughter, bring about success, increase joy, bond friendships, create harmony. The key phrase is things are going well. Joy and happiness are present. Harmonious relationships and positive energy is flowing. Yes. Yes. I don't know, this one is the wheel. You got the wheel. All right. So you have the wheel. The Thor's chariot is Rytho. 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 Journey, quest, crossroads, inner exploration, reunion, magical working is seeking direction, blessed journey, create movement, reconnect, reunite, a journey or vacation, a spiritual quest, move towards your destination, and the crossroads or your destination point. So you have some good things there too. All right. This is the Moonology Manifestation deck. So this one is a little different than the other one. I don't know what I've got. What is that? Okay, what's the moon want to tell us? to lighten up. Last quarter moon in Leo. This is for you, Leo, specifically. Lighten up. I was saying that in the collective read about feeling like I was supposed to be dancing more or singing more, you know, throughout my day to keep myself happy. Like, there's so many ways that I do that and can bring in that happiness, and this is for you to lighten up. Especially that vibration of laugh is a really strong one. Oh, look, I also just now noticed 43 reduces to a 7, and then this is a 7. You overflow and universal flow. So it's interesting, right, that this is the flow, 7, and then 43 is it multiplied, basically, and saying overwhelm. Oh, wow. That's cool, too. So that's also kind of synchronistic. All right, I have full moon in Capricorn. Take a reality check. Take a reality check. This is about your strategy here. Moving forward with the strategy, especially when it comes to how you're going to handle this overflow that comes in. Yeah, release your blocks too. Release your blocks. And let your fears dissolve. Let your fears dissolve. Release your blocks. And take a reality check. Okay. Will do. Will do. Let's go ahead and pull from the Oracle of Genetic Gifts. See what it has to say. It says angel numbers coming out number 1 first and foremost. So we'll definitely pull from that other deck. But I have sequences of numbers that carry divine guidance. Look, and it's reminding me of what it's trying to tell us with the universal flow. And the 43. You got the sun again twice. Life path number 1, the pioneer ruling planet, the sun. And this is what you're ruled by. Oh, goodness. I just love it. I love it. Aw. Aw. Maternal side. Spiritual gifts. And I put it here on the spiritual gifts without realizing it said spiritual gifts on the card. 2 of them that say spiritual gifts. This is saying that it pertains to your mother's side. But, yeah, well, so. And there's my mom on the other side helping, I hope, as much as she can or wants to. Yeah, she helps. Because she's always with me. Even when she was alive, I used to say, you're always in my heart, no matter the distance, Mom. So, and she liked that. I remember her texting back about liking that. 33, master number 33. The master teacher, ruling planet Neptune. This is when miracles happen. This is when your ascended masters step in. What did I say about divine intervention? This is when they step in. This is when your prayers are magnified. This is when you've learned the lessons that are needed to release your blocks. Master number 33 teaches us about, to me, it's like about a lot of wisdom, ancestral wisdom, things that just come to you. Oh, how beautiful. And then, oh, nice. 4, life path number 4, the builder, ruling planet Earth. And I need to, you don't have to be a life path number 4. This is about you're going to be able to build and grow on your stability, on a firm foundation. Let's do some more. Some of you all are being told to write that stuff down. Yay, I'm so glad that came out because that's confirmation. It does say Ascension number 8, seed crystals, 8 through 10 chakras activated. More information on that would be in that collective read if you're interested. Clairvoyance. And not much more technical. Okay, I can only get as technical as the knowledge I already have as base to be able to channel in information. It is definitely different though than what I heard, especially with things with timing and spiritual gifts being tailored to you. More so than like the flow is it is going to be universal flow, but it's going to be very individual to you is what I was really picking up. So and that's new online gifts, abilities, but using them in the way that is adapted to to where, I don't know if you'd be able to take a course to, you know what I'm saying? There won't be a course offered. I mean, I'm sure you have some type of guidance if you want it, but when it comes to yours and figuring yours out specifically, it's going to be about you doing that, is what I got. Clairliance, clear smelling. So yeah, writing down what your spiritual experiences are, what you're going through, what cool things have you experienced, you know, with everything and anything right now during these last 3 years. Documenting this, offering spiritual support. Sure, if somebody wants to buy a service from you, possibly, if you feel like you resonate with someone. I mean, I have readings. They're not that expensive. They're $22 to $60. But not just me. There's lots of people that have readings out there. I think they're adequately priced, but you just have to know if you feel like you resonate with the person, with their energy, with their readings as they read normally too. You want to make sure you look at that. So the angel numbers here looks a lot like this augur card, doesn't it? Augur, spiritual master, seer, predictions, and visionary. Oh. So there's something that you can do involving predicting. Yeah, okay, so that's the gift. 12, it says ascension number 12. Maha Parinirvana plane. But it says what that means is that it would be guiding, you'd be on the plane that guides humanity towards a multi-star system. And what that means to me is that those chakras being a little bit more online or more activated or easier access, that you would be probably part of a group that would you know, channel information, even no matter what your job is. But something about the information would come through and it would come out, and I'm getting like it would come out in everything that you do. But your connection to the stars and to higher frequencies is very strong because of this anyway, and because of these coming out. That makes total sense to me. Here, we'll pull an angel number for you. Two. Oh yeah, that Aniko song is coming out in my mind. What is it, Jericho? She says, I can go hard, I don't even need to try. Star blood, I don't even get tired. Predestined, it's written in stone. I feel it coming, I feel it in my bones. I'm heavily protected and I'm never alone. That's Jericho and Nico. That's who made that that little verse right there. And that's a really good song anyway. And it feels like you're very protected here too. This connection is protection. I didn't know it's gonna rhyme. Yeah, the connection here is protection. 77, it is time to move on from old patterns, habits, and fears. Now is the time to walk in the direction of your biggest desires and ambitions. Now is the time to be brave and bold. I am brave. Number 9, I am compassionate. It's your compassion that makes you shine. You're devoted to helping the greater good. And you have a strong talent for speaking up for others. When your soul is most satisfied when you're being of service. I am compassionate. All right. When I started this journey, I was getting very interested. It was like a 2016, 17, it was then, around then. It started off with me really investigating energy, and especially like Tesla. I was very interested in how, in his older interviews, you know, with where he's in his hotel and he's telling you about how everything has vibration. It all started out like that with me, as far as getting in touch with spirituality. It came from quantum physics and Tesla. It came from me investigating things such as the string theory, you know, the number 10 being significant. I was tying, in my head, I was like tying things to philosophy, and and Judaism, actually. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like a set, and this is about this frequency, and then Tesla said, and literally it was crazy. Like, it was crazy. I was not crazy. I did not go crazy, but it was a lot. That is actually what got me into spirituality, were people that you wouldn't, like, they would not probably claim any one particular teaching. I loved that, though. I like the science side about it. I don't know, there's something about that for me to say that. Maybe it's about writing stuff like that down, of what inspired you, who inspired you, who gave you lots of information that was wonderful, and that even you turned into your own somehow too, you know. Aw, nice. And this comes out with this. This has to do with your mother's side. No matter what, this has to do with your mother's side. Spiritual gifts, and then you got the card of spiritual gifts. Okay, so I'm going to read this one to you. I also have Aurora of Gamma. Alright, so to watch the time, I get to talking a little too much. I don't want to bore people. Alright, Aurora of Gamma says it is time to let go of what has been, and this is about releasing blocks, right? You are swiftly outgrowing your past, so explore and commit to a spiritual practice that supports your personal transformation so that you can cross the threshold before you now. And I think that's why I brought that up, because my path was not a typical spiritual path. It wasn't even labeled that. It was more about science, and so mine. But that was the path that I was meant to go on, and it did turn out into something really good for me. So watch with the labels, and yes, watch with don't blindly trust anything or anyone. Doubt is not a bad thing. It is great to have faith, but it is wonderful to be a healthy skeptic, and a little bit of doubt is going to make you a genius. So embrace your freedom to be creative in your approach rather than doggedly committing yourself to previous ideas or plans. You have a spiritual intelligence, the spiritual intelligence that is necessary to continue your healing journey with the trust that a positive outcome is imminent. And this gamma, it says gamma waves are high frequency. Yeah. So listen, it's associated with spiritual insight and clarity. It says typically 40 hertz in humans, but it can extend, oscillating to around 100. So 40 to 100. It's a high level processing sound that leads to integration and evolution. And so you could meditate even just 5 minutes and type in, I want 40 hertz to 100 hertz. Whatever it is, and that could be your focus for manifestation too, or your focus for understanding gifts and how to polish the silver, you know what I mean, because it can be different for everyone. And so this is about superior processing of information. Okay, that is what it's saying. Shifting you into a new cycle and increasing the light within. So 7 blessings of Eve. I love this one. This one's my favorite one. Yeah, because there's so much you can do with this. A spiritual gift shall enter your heart and manifest a blessing into your life. You have innate talents and abilities which will support your soul into full glorious manifestation. You have been blessed with a beautiful divine destiny to fulfill. You have a natural healing ability, so choose your thoughts and words so they reflect what you truly wish to put out into the world, because your influence is stronger and further reaching than you realize. All right, that was a 7. So there's 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. This is kind of strong. And then it also says here, this oracle indicates a shift away from shame and confusion. Perhaps maybe you feel like you have something to prove, or that you are not enough. Now your soul is letting you know that you have a realization of inherent goodness within you. You are blessed. You're going to know this, and you're going to see this in this lifetime. It says, this is a rabbi saying here that says, make way, for the image of God is approaching. That's a really big card to get. Okay, if I know that the image of God is approaching me, ooh, that's a big one, right? That's big. So it says certain numbers have sacred significance, and this is what it lists off every type of religion. Literally every type of religion has something to do with 7, and we were just talking about the 7 days of creation. There's 7 stuff. There's 7. There were 7 things, instructions given to the Mary in the Gospel of Mary and the agnostics. There was 7 things given to her as to how she could transcend the human experience instead of feeling like you had to conquer something, how you could transcend it all. And there's the 7 rays of light. There's just 7 in every freaking thing that you can think of. There's 7 colors in the spectrum. There are 7 notes in the keys and the chords of music. I mean, 7, 7, 7, 7. Is a big number. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. I do offer private readings, like I said. That's in the description box below. I hope you have a wonderful day. Sending you love and light. Bye.